Hey, what is up guys? It is Slikk here. I'm back again with another video, and this one talking about episode 3 of Batman the Telltale series titled New World Order, and this episode is coming out on October 25th, and that is the news that we recently learned today. Of course, I was sort of worried about this third episode and that maybe it wouldn't come out in time for August. The reason I worried about that is that if you remember, the first episode came out very early in the month of August, I do believe that it was, and then September 29th, I'm pretty sure it was, so very late in September is the second episode, so it was more than a month in that buffer period. So I was worried that maybe it would become a pattern that it's like a month and then a little bit more each time, and then at that rate, because there's, you know, between August and December, 5 months, you put out an episode every month. But at that rate they were initially going at, it looked like the 5th episode was going to spill into January, and of course their goal all along was to get all 5 out in the year of 2016. And if they had to spill it over to January, that's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm not going to complain about it, and still that could very much so happen, simply because of the fact that, you know, December, I imagine a lot of the, you know, Telltale employees are going to be on vacation, that sort of thing, and may not be able to, you know, work through that final episode in time. But maybe they'll already have it done before December. I don't know how it really works, to be truthful with you, in terms of their development strategy. I know it's not so much ahead of time. You know, they work up to the release date, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so the game comes out, episode 3, New World Order, comes out on October 25th. I always thought it was a really good title for the game. It reminds me very much so of Alex Jones, if you don't know who he is, InfoWars, who often preaches about the New World Order. I guess if you don't know what the New World Order is, I don't really know either. Nobody really does, because I don't know if it really exists all that much. It's basically, I mean, in terms of like a political sense, the New World Order, as far as I understand it, I don't know, but, you know, I guess it's sort of like the idea of sort of like globalism, the idea of like there's no countries, there's no borders, and I guess like the world's leaders are colluding with one another to create a world government. That's the New World Order. Now, of course, in the context of Batman the Telltale series, it's sort of like a revolution, I think is what it stands for, and it's Cobblepot's New World Order. But not only Oswald Cobblepot's, also his, you know, little Arkham buddy there. His name is... well, we don't know what his name is. He's the leader of the Children of Arkham, and he's got his barrage of goons, which you can only presume in their name are from Arkham. You know, there's so many of them. I don't know how he recruited them and why they would be wearing masks unless they were escaped inmates that were on, you know, the wanted list or whatever. So it definitely seems that there's potential there, that they could be, well, a whole ton of things. I mean, you could really look at, why would they have masks on? Well, you know, kind of funny theory I thought about. I don't think this is going to happen, but, you know, Professor Pig, of course, from Arkham Knight, and, you know, comics, he's in comics too, you know, all of his, I believe they're called, what's the word? I was just reading a comic with Professor Pig just the other day, literally just the other day. They're called, I don't know, the little clones that he makes. There's a word for them. I cannot remember it. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, so, you know, he creates these little zombie drone things, and they wear masks, so maybe that could be it. But the leader of the Children of Arkham seems particularly too sane to be, you know, that sort of person. So maybe the leader of the Children of Arkham was in the asylum, but for different reasons, for maybe murdering somebody or something like that. You know, Arkham Asylum is not the most pleasant place in the world, and not everybody is in there deserves to be in there, and some of the people in there deserve to be getting treatment other than being thrown in a cell in a dark, you know, hallway or whatever in the asylum. Thus why Batman in this universe created the new state-of-the-art mental health facility that is named in the namesake of Thomas and Martha Wayne. So that's really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes, you know, the whole Thomas and Martha asylum thing, you know, because they set that up in episode 1, and that sort of got stalled in the second episode because, you know, Mayor Hill and everybody else was getting their head blown off, so they had to put that on hold. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that comes back. New World Order, I think, definitely insinuates a little bit more of a political episode here, and a little bit more of a political thriller. Of course, the politics of Gotham is going to be in turmoil. Mayor Hill is dead, and depending on how you played the game... Oh, by the way, did I mention spoilers for the second episode? I hope it's assumed. Okay, anyway. Mayor Hill's dead no matter how you play the game, and Harvey Dent could or could not be Two-Face. So, you know, just think about, like, if, you know, Donald Trump dropped off the face of the earth the other day, and Hillary Clinton just went absolutely psycho insane and couldn't function, and that would be our presidential election. And then I don't know, maybe we'd pick Gary Johnson or something like that. But the thing about it is, there is no Gary Johnson. As far as we're aware, there's only 2 candidates running for mayor in Gotham. So that's going to be interesting. Some people would already assert that, you know, that both of our candidates running for president right now are already insane, equally as insane as Two-Face will be, and at which point I would maybe concede that point. We'll have to see how that all works out. But yeah, it's very interesting what's going on with this episode, and if you've read the episode description, well, I think the thing that excites me the most is it essentially explains the rise of new supervillains in Gotham that could be simply the leader of the Children of Arkham, and what they have planned for him. Is this going to be an Arkham Knight-esque thing, such that the identity of the leader of the Children of Arkham remains concealed until a significant portion into the game, you know, like episode 4 or 5? Or is this one of those things where in the first 30 minutes of episode 3, we're going to learn exactly who this guy is, and the only reason he had a mask on was just to raid that party, or just the debate, you know, in episode 2. Which, by the way, I still think is just so cool that we got to go to a debate between Harvey Dent and Mayor Hill. I wish we got to listen to more of it, but, you know, we were busy, I don't know, doing what we were doing some Batman things. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on Batman the Telltale series episode 3. Now that I mention it, October 25th seemed a lot further away than it actually is. It's October 12th right now, so a week and some change. Not bad at all. Really looking forward to this episode, and I cannot wait to see what goes down. Of course, we can expect a lot of shenanigans and craziness and unexpected stuff, which happened a lot in episode 2. I think episode 1 was definitely, you know, setting up the story, and there wasn't many of those, like, massive, you know, shifts or, you know, lack of expectation moments, you know, that we weren't expecting. I definitely think episode 2 had a ton of those, and episode 1 just merely because of the fact that we're setting up so many characters, and they've made a lot of changes to the canon, so they had to make those very clear to us. And episode 1 did a great job of doing that, and had a twist of its own, of course, at the end with, you know, the Wayne family colluding with the Cobblepots and the Falcones and all that sort of thing. And episode 2 is just straight shenanigans, and I hope that episode 3 is the same, because I really liked that. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, and if they can do that for every episode, I definitely won't be complaining. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. My name is Slikk. We'll see you in the next one.